Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Albritton. I'm the owner of Cornerstone Dental in Beaumont, Texas. I've been practicing dentistry for 33 years. I graduated in 1987 from the University of Texas Dental Branch in Houston. And what got me interested in dentistry was that my mother worked for an orthodontist, and every afternoon after school I would come to get picked up for my ride home, and he kind of put me to work, and it sparked my interest. I've enjoyed a great dental adventure in my career. I started out here in Southeast Texas and bought my first practice, in which I practiced there for 23 years. Upon selling that practice, I relocated to San Antonio, Texas, to where I did some fill-in work and locum tenens work with other dental offices. I soon, though, found that I needed to be an owner, so I bought another practice there and sold it in 2 years to buy this practice back in our hometown in Beaumont, Texas. People ask me why I came back to Beaumont, Texas, and I tell them this. I said, well, this has been home. Our family's here, my wife's family is all here, and it was just a good transition for us to make from our adventure in San Antonio back to our hometown. And the practice that I bought was a friend of mine's practice who was just a gem of a dentist who had a very good following, very well-liked dentist, and it was just a perfect transition for me to come in and take over. So through a mutual friend, a dental colleague of mine who had moved out in the hill country as well from Southeast Texas, I found out that he had sold his practice to a young dentist who was part of a group called MB2. And not knowing who they were, I got curious and I called, and he ended up having me talk to this young dentist. His name is Justin Crockett. And Justin told me how things work. It really sparked my interest, and I started to investigate and find out what was MB2 and how were they going to be able to help me in this transition into this new practice. So I'd had a previous history in San Antonio with my other practice of talking to companies that do what MB2 does. And I found MB2 to be very unique. The way they do things is totally different. And I like that. I like the fact that it is a true partnership. It's not just that they come into the practice and take it over. It's that they come in and we join together and join forces to make this practice better and make it more attractive to another young dentist in the future when I'm ready to retire. Having MB2 as a partner now has changed some of my goals. And one of those goals is that we can transition into having another full-time dentist come in to where I can have some more time off, and that I can focus mainly on my dentistry instead of running the business of dentistry. MB2 is going to help me with that part of the practice management, and I'm looking forward to that very much. I think every dentist, when they are achieving their dental degree, to a certain extent, wants to have their own practice, and I commend that. I've done that. But what I have found is as times have changed, it is great to have someone come along who has the expertise like you do in dentistry, that has the expertise in managing that dental practice so that you can be the dentist. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity for young dentists to come alongside with MB2 and with a dentist like me who's in a transition phase of eventually replacing myself and being more part-time than full-time, is that you can be a part of something bigger than yourself, have the camaraderie of other dentists who are like-minded, and it's just a perfect marriage. It really